going to shift the focus on you just a little bit, and we're going to talk about the Just Health Collective. I am here with founder and CEO, Duane Reynolds. Thank you so much, Duane, for coming on Focus Atlanta.
Keisha, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited about spending a little bit of time with you talking about Just Health Collective and the healthcare industry.
I'm excited for you to tell me all about it. Give me a little history. Tell me why this was an important initiative for you.
Thanks. Well, it's really the culmination of my career and experience in healthcare. So I actually started in healthcare management and had progressive leadership experiences in academic medical centers running physician practices. And as a minority in these organizations, I really came to understand that there are challenges with underserved and marginalized populations actually receiving competent care in some cases, sometimes receiving the best experience may be a challenge for them, and just generally navigating a system that they don't trust. So for me, I really wanted to make sure that I was contributing in a different way to the transformation of healthcare, which is really trying to accelerate health equity and belonging. And so Just Health Collective is a professional services firm that focuses on accelerating health equity and belonging for healthcare organizations.
And Duane, can I say, when I tell you, I saw that you started, you really got ramped up just before this pandemic, like amazing. Like, I think that we always knew that this existed, those of us on the outside looking in. But now, after the pandemic and the disproportionate effects of COVID on, minorities and Black and brown people, it's like huge. You were right on top of this. Tell me a little bit about how you're helping now that more people are seeing it, right? More eyes are on it.
Yeah.
Now that we really need you.
I think
how is that impacting your business?
It's serendipitous because I've been working in this area for quite some time, as you say, and it was coming to prominence, but it hadn't yet sort of tipped the spear. And the disparities that we see with COVID and then social unrest just absolutely open the doors of opportunity for Just Health Collective to really help organizations. So we usually enter into a strategic advisory retained relationship with organizations so that we could get to know the ins and outs of the organization, the stakeholders inside of the organization, because this work is really cultural work. And so it requires that we understand nuances inside the organization to then be able to bring tailored and custom solutions that are going to help them move forward. And that can look like, completing a health equity and belonging assessment. It can look like helping them then implement the roadmap that we help them create. It could be doing an audit. It could be doing speaking to really help to influence and inform audiences. So it really is about understanding the organization and then creating solutions that are tailored to accelerating change inside of their organization.
You've got me all like, I'm so excited because this is exactly what we need. Because again, once we hear what's happening or once we become aware of the issue, it feels so daunting. It feels so huge. We're like, well, this is too big. Like, who can take this on? But with you stepping into those organizations, how they work and how they do what they do to help them fix it. I mean, this is really the roadmap to how we can get better. I mean, it's really exciting. Do you guys have a website where people can learn more about what you're doing? Find out if there's a way that we could help and assist you in what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. We can be found at justhealthcollective.com. We're also on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, and you can find all of those handles if you go to the actual website. And just to comment on your last statement, it is huge. It's complex, it's nuanced, it's not only healthcare organizations, which are the delivery side, but it is actually healthcare organizations partnering with community-based organizations, partnering with governmental entities, partnering with corporate entities, because we're talking about a system that, exists in terms of racism that has been there, exists in terms of unconscious bias. And in order to actually make change, we have to bring together those different stakeholders that have a piece of the puzzle to contribute to solving health inequity.
Oh my gosh. Well, in closing, I just have to thank you. Thank you so much for the foresight to know that this is what you needed to be doing. You could have just kept, excelling in your career and doing your thing, but you stepped away and said, you know what, there's something else. And obviously it's something that we need, something that we needed. I'm so proud that you're here in Atlanta. So thank you so much for all that you do. I just hope that we are able to step up to the plate and assist you in all of this work.
Well, thank you. It's actually a privilege and honor to be in this space. It's about marrying passion and purpose, and I want to leave an impact in the healthcare field. So thank you so much for having me, and I'm glad to be an Atlanta resident.
Absolutely. Thank you.